Before you were born, before you had a name, a face, or a story, there was awareness. Not an idea of you, not a memory of you, but pure knowing itself open, vast, and silent. In Buddhist teachings, especially in the Tibetan tradition, consciousness is not something that suddenly appears at birth. It flows. It continues. It moves according to causes and conditions, like a river shaped by the land it passes through. Between one life and the next, awareness does not disappear. It enters a subtle state, often described as the bardo, an in-between space where the momentum of karma carries consciousness forward, not randomly, not by accident, but in resonance with what remains unfinished. From this perspective, life is not something that simply happens to you. It is something you enter, not as punishment, not as reward, but as opportunity. The Buddha taught that karma is intention. It is the movement of mind-shaping experience. Every thought, every action leaves an imprint, and those imprints form patterns. Over time, these patterns seek expression. In Tibetan Buddhism, it is said that consciousness is drawn toward the conditions that match its inner tendencies, its fears, its attachments, its compassion, its wisdom. A mind rooted in kindness moves toward clarity. A mind entangled in craving seeks situations where that craving can be understood and released. This is not judgment, it is reflection. Life becomes the mirror in which awareness recognizes itself. Before entering this life, consciousness did not see suffering as cruelty, but as contrast. It saw difficulty as the teacher that comfort cannot be. Pain breaks the illusion that things are permanent. Loss reveals what we cling to. Uncertainty exposes where we seek control. This does not mean suffering is good. It means suffering is meaningful. Karma, in this view, is not punishment handed down by the universe. It is architecture, the structure of experience built from intention. Awareness chooses the conditions most likely to reveal what has not yet been seen clearly. You did not choose a perfect life. You chose a precise one. A family whose patterns would press your deepest buttons. A body that would teach impermanence. A time and place that would challenge your assumptions. Not to torment you, but to awaken you. To be born is to forget. This forgetting is not failure. It is necessary. Awakening has meaning only because forgetting exists. If everything were remembered from the beginning, growth would be impossible. The Tibetan teachings say that consciousness enters the body in a kind of trance, drawn toward parents whose emotional and karmic energies match its unresolved tendencies. You did not simply choose a family. You chose a mirror. The people who shape your life, those who nurture you, those who abandon you, those who hurt you, and those who save you are not random characters. They are part of the curriculum. From this perspective, samsara, the cycle of birth and death, is not a prison. It is a classroom. Awareness hides itself inside form so that recognition can occur, so that wisdom can be lived, not just known. Every lifetime is a lesson plan written in experience. Some lives emphasize patience, some emphasize compassion, some teach detachment, some teach humility. The outer forms differ: wealth or poverty, love or loss. But the inner purpose remains the same: to awaken clarity and compassion through contrast. This is why the Buddha taught that suffering has a purpose, not to glorify it, but to understand it. When suffering is seen clearly, it loses its power to bind. When pain is met with awareness instead of resistance, it becomes insight. The wound becomes the doorway. The shadow becomes the teacher. Many awakened beings walked through hardship before clarity arose. Not because suffering creates wisdom, but because suffering strips away illusion. It shows what is false, what is clung to, what must be released. The people in your life are connected to you through invisible threads woven across time. Buddhist teachings describe this as karmic relationship beings meeting again and again to complete unfinished lessons. When this is understood, judgment softens, resentment loosens, forgiveness becomes possible. How could you hate someone who unknowingly agreed to play a difficult role in your awakening? Life stops feeling random when you see it as karmic choreography, every interaction arranged to reflect the state of the mind. Long before your first breath, intention was encoded into awareness. Tibetans speak of karmic winds, the forces that propel consciousness into form. Modern language might call this a soul blueprint. The name matters less than the truth it points to. You feel this blueprint as intuition, as passions that arise early, as fears that feel older than memory, as people who feel instantly familiar. The path was never hidden. It was written into the heart. To be alive is to be dreaming while awake. Tibetan practices like dream yoga teach awareness within dreams so that the same recognition can arise in daily life. When you see that life too is a kind of dream, constructed, changing, impermanent, you stop clinging so tightly. You become present. You become compassionate. You become free. Awakening does not mean escaping life. It means seeing it clearly, acting with wisdom instead of habit, choosing compassion instead of fear. Every conscious choice alters the flow of karma. This is how karma becomes dharma. The same energy that once bound awareness becomes the force that liberates it. The Buddha taught that liberation is not something added. It is something recognized. When the body dies, the elements dissolve. Form returns to form. But awareness continues unless recognition arises. Recognition that you are not the story, not the role, not the passing emotions, but the awareness in which they appear. If that recognition is complete, rebirth is no longer compulsory. Consciousness can rest in clarity or return out of compassion to guide others. That is the vow of the Bodhisattva. And so here you are, not by chance, not by mistake, but by design shaped through wisdom still unfolding. You did not come here to become enlightened. You came here to remember that you already are. This life is your meditation hall. Your obstacles are your teachers. And this moment, breathing, listening, becoming aware, is the reason you came.